Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Lori, and this is Ask Dr. Lori Live. That's right. My guests are here. Everything's unscripted. I don't know what objects are coming. We're going to talk about art, antiques, and collectibles. Let's see what's happening. Let's see this plate. Hi, it's Dr. Lori. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Mel. I'm calling from Corvallis, Oregon.
Well, Mel, what's happening? How'd you acquire this piece?
I got this at an estate sale that I went to on Thursday. She had a ton of china. I got a lot of teacups and saucers and plates, and I just brought them all up, and she said $15 for everything. So
for everything, for like how many? How many? 20?
For 20, 25 objects. Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. I like it a lot. Thank you for the super chats and the super stickers they're on, and they support the channel. So thank you very much for doing that. So is that piece marked?
It says it's embossed on the back. It says TK.
Okay. Can I see the front again? Because I got to tell you, from the front, I don't like it. And here's why. I don't like the fact that what's happened is the deterioration underneath the glaze. So, you know, you have the porcelain, and then of course the hand painting. And then basically what happens is they glaze it or they put another glaze on top. And then sometimes the crazing starts and you see the staining that comes underneath. You can't get rid of that. Okay. And that's really what the problem is. You can't get rid of that. Do you see it?
Yeah, I guess I just thought that was part of it's kind of like almost a tie-dye thing. I thought that was just part of the design.
It's damage, sweetheart. It's nothing more than damage. So have you signed up for the newsletter?
Yeah, I did today.
Lots of tips about, of course, art, antiques, and collectibles and preservation in the newsletter. Value on that piece, about $5. But you got a lot of pieces for your 15, so you did okay, right?
Stuff, and I'll be back for sure.
Well, that's good. Hey, estate sales are a great place to find things. Will you answer my question of the day, Mel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Price is Right or Family Feud? Game shows.
Okay, one, I'm too young, and two, I don't really watch TV, so I don't know. What's your favorite?
Well, I mean, The Price is Right has been on for years and years and years, so you don't have to be too young for that because it's still on.
Yeah.
And so is Family Feud, in fact. And you know what that is, right? So which one?
I've heard of it. Yeah, well, okay, I've watched Family Feud before. I've seen that show, so let's go with that.
All right, let's go with that because you've seen that show before. Well, thank you, Mel. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, nice to see you. I don't watch TV, Dr. Lori. Sorry. Oh, gosh, that's funny. But a lot of these old shows, of course, have been on for years and years and are still on, still going strong. So nice to see her from Oregon. And, of course, when you get an opportunity at an estate sale to get all kinds of stuff, and they're saying, hey, you know, we're just trying to get bulk lots, right? A lot of pieces out. You can usually make a good negotiation deal if you say, hey, I'm going to put more in my basket. Maybe you can make a deal that way. So she did okay. She did okay. I've got guests here galore. Lots to tell you about. Don't forget, of course, gift certificates. Gift certificates, Dr. Lori? Yeah, you need a gift for somebody who has everything. Guess what? Appraisal gift certificates are available at drloriv.com as well. So let's see what we've got. Let's look at this bowl. What is this bowl? It kind of looks like it has a yellow flower on it.
Yeah, it's
Hi, what's your name?
This is April from Omaha.
Hi, April. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
So you've got a big, it looks actually more like a planter than a bowl. I was calling it a bowl. So it looks like it's porcelain. Is it marked on the bottom?
It is marked on the bottom, D, and I think it's a C, France.
Yeah, which means it's made in Limoges.
Yes.
Yeah. So D&C, a particular company made in Limoges, France, and that particular mark goes along with many of the Limoges marks, Haviland and Tresselman and Voigt and others. This piece dates to about the 1920s. How did you acquire it?
I bought it at a local thrift store, charitable thrift store for $7.
Okay, so you paid $7. Did you negotiate?
No, I've tried there before, and actually it could have been discounted on top of that. I don't really recall. They do.
So sometimes they negotiate and sometimes they don't. Is that the situation?
Yeah, well, they run sales every week, depending on what the tag is, how long it's been there. But I saw this and just fell in love with it.
What did you fall in love about? Why did you love it?
Well, if you could see my dining room, it really matches the decor.
Okay, so the dining room has a lot of yellow roses in it?
Yeah, I love the gold tone, the warmth, and I love the contrast with that deep forest green. It's beautiful.
So you're collecting for yourself, right? In this
Well,
case.
I'm also a reseller, so
So you're doing both.
absolutely love it. I may keep it. I may keep it for a while until I find something else I love because
Okay.
I have so much space. But
So when you're trying to do your reselling, you're trying to do your research. Do you use my binge link, which will allow you to, of course?
Absolutely. I've had at least 2 video calls with you. I've bought your t-shirt and I've shared your channel. So
Thank you. I appreciate all of that because that helps support the channel. T-shirts and mugs and everything help support the channel. So I appreciate that. But mostly I appreciate when you use the binge link, it's because you can see all the videos. Everyone goes, oh, I've seen all the videos. You haven't seen all the videos, people. I know you haven't. So use the binge link. Where do you find the binge link? drloriv.com, the specials and shop page, which is a big red thing, tag right at the top, specials and shop, and scroll down. And then when you scroll down for the binge link, you're going to see another red button, and you can just click on that link, save that link, and then you can go back to it at your convenience. Your piece is worth just about $75. And as I said, it dates to the 1920s. It's made in Limoges, France. It's hand painted. Good for you, April.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Question of the day, old school, of course, game shows on TV. The Price is Right or Family Feud?
Yeah, I enjoy them both, but I remember especially sick days as a kid watching The Price is Right. Bob
The
Barker.
Price is Right. Yeah, that's right. Come on down.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks, April.
Thank you.
When you're looking at Limoges ceramics, particularly ceramics from France, porcelain made in Limoges, France, the color of the underside, should be quite white, typically. The other thing I want you to look for with Limoges, France, sometimes it doesn't say the word Limoges, Limoges. Sometimes it's just the letter L. Just the letter L, and then underneath, and then there's a line underneath the L that says France. That L stands for Limoges. So don't think that you have something, it has to say Limoges in order for it to be a valuable piece of Limoges. It might just use an initial or the letter L for Limoges. So there's a tip for all of you who are out there trying to find, of course, those pieces. And that's what we do on the channel. I give you those tips, information that you can use so you can score big at the thrift store, the antique mall, the estate sale, and wherever. My guests are here. I'm Dr. Lori, the PhD Antiques Appraiser. Let's see what people have got. I need you to have your cameras horizontally, please, because we can't get a full shot of you if they're not horizontal. So there we go. Let's take a look at the pearls. Want to see the pearls? Hi, Sherry. How are you?
Christy, good. How are you?
Oh, Christy, I'm sorry. I was thinking Sherry. I don't know why I was thinking Sherry. It had something to do with The Price is Right. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Mary, for the super chat, super sticker. So, Christy, how are you? You're somewhere in the Midwest. Remind me.
New Hampshire.
Oh, gosh. I do this every time. Do I always see you in the Midwest? I think I do.
What's that?
I think every time I see you, I think you're in the Midwest and you go, I'm in New Hampshire, Dr. Lori. So it shows how much I am paying attention, but for some reason I have certain things where I go, okay, the brain is not functioning, synapses is not firing. How are you in New Hampshire, Christy?
I am good. How are you?
Good. Tell me a little bit about these pieces. This double strand looks like pearls.
I think they are. I got them out of the Goodwill Bluebox.
Okay, that's good.
The back does say sterling.
Okay, that's good too. So there's a couple of things that are happening. Are they freshwater pearls? Are they cultured pearls? Are they paste? Are they glass pearls? You got to figure out what they are. I give you a lot of tips, right? There are a lot of those how to tell jewelry videos right here on the channel if you're using that binge link. So how long are these?
Oh, they're probably 8 inches this way.
Okay, 8 inches. They're freshwater. They're freshwater pearls. So they're 8 inches without them being open. So they're 16 inches. They're like a choker. They're like up here.
Yes.
Okay. So 16 inches for the double strand, right? So those are freshwater pearls, right? So they're nice. They're not the best. Right. I would say they date probably to the 1960s. They have a sterling clasp, which is better than most. What did you pay for them at the thrift store?
It was the blue box.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you pay for them at the blue box from the thrift store?
The blue box is $39.99, and you get like 60 pieces of jewelry.
Okay, and then you have to get there at a certain time, right? Is it 6 p.m. Eastern or something? You got to click and do it quick, right?
Every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, to make sure you get yours, and you might be there, and if you don't move fast enough, you might not get one, right?
Yep.
So you've got to be working at this. So value on those are going to be just about $275. Not the best that I've seen. Why? You can see from the video that the luster is not consistent and that the color is not consistent. So they are graduated. That's right, where they are small over here toward the clasp, and then they get bigger as they come here to where a pendant would be. So a larger millimeter pearl. So maybe there's 6 millimeters here and they go back to 3, or maybe there's 4 and they come up to 7, that kind of thing. So you paid the $39.99 for all of this stuff. And did you get what, 5 pounds of stuff? How much?
I did. And this was actually out of the first box I got. And I had gotten the platinum necklace you evaluated also.
Oh, that was a winner with the now that I remember. That had 29 diamonds and it was set in platinum. It was a heart, right?
It was in the same box.
I don't remember your name. I don't remember where the heck you are, but I remember that necklace.
You usually remember my name every other time.
Yeah, all right. So I don't know. Maybe I'm getting better. I'm sorry. But a couple of other things I want you guys to remember. Gift certificates. I remember the newsletter. Don't forget about the binge link. But most of all, when you're looking at of course, things like pearls, I want you to hold them in your hand and see about weight, because weight can indicate value, whether or not they are cultured, freshwater, or even glass pearls. Weight will be important. Thanks, Christina. Oh, question of the day. Price is Right or Family Feud?
Family Feud.
Nice to see you.
You too. Thank you.
Now me, Family Feud, I don't know. All the screaming, all the yelling. I like the round at the end when they do that. I still like to watch people jump up and down and go 401 on Price is Right. I don't know. I think Price is Right is a lot of fun. And they have all these different games. It's so much fun. I do the games all the time, the antiques games all the time. And I think playing the games are fun. Anyway, my guests are here and it's a lot to see. So I didn't like the first piece that had all the crazing and have all the staining of that piece of ceramic. I did like the jardiniere, basically the planter pot that was the roses that matched her dining room. I did like those pearls, but they weren't of tremendously high quality. But basically, I'm looking at these pieces. Let's talk to this woman in the blue who seems to have a brooch or a pendant of some sort. Hi, what's your name? I got no audio on her. Okay. No audio. I'm sorry, but if you don't have, connection, or you're not using, Patricia. Are you back?
I'm sorry. Patricia from Violet, Louisiana.
Nice to see you. Trisha, is that what you said?
Patricia,
it's nice to see you. I'm Dr. Lori. So you're from Louisiana. Tell me a little bit about how you acquired this piece, hon.
I got the $25. I got 30 brooches from the Goodwill.
Wow, that was great.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, it was, absolutely.
So is this one marked?
No, it's not marked, but it does have some damage, unfortunately.
Okay,
One of the leaves.
Can you hold it a little bit closer to your camera for me? And can you turn it? Can I see the back? Because I'll tell you what, it may not be marked, but I like it so far. Very nice. Can you turn it to the front for me, Patricia?
Yeah, I tested it. It says it's 10 karat.
Yeah, it's gold. You can see that it's gold. It's obviously gold. It's got actually a nice carnelian piece in the middle, which is very typical of the time period between the 1930s and the 1950s. So it dates just around World War II era in the 1940s. It's got those pearls on each side and then the leaves, which are, of course, 10 karat gold. So the whole piece looks like it is set in 10 karat gold. When you look at the back also sparkles and shines like 10 karat gold. Now, of course, it's not solid, where you have 24 karat, but I got to tell you, 10 karat's pretty darn good. How much did you pay? You paid $25 for how many brooches?
For 30 pieces.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's wonderful. So you're under $1. You're just a little bit more than $1 a piece. That's fantastic. Under $1.
Yeah, I loved it, but when I seen that damage with that leaf, I was too disappointed.
Okay, but don't be too disappointed because that little bit of damage is not really going to hurt your value too much. Value on that brooch, easily $200. Easily. All day, any day. Yeah, that's very nice. I like that a lot. As I said, dates to about the 1940s.
Yeah, I know you had told us about looking for prawns on how, they do it. And I said, wait, this got to be something that's good.
I'm telling you, right? I'm telling you, and you're going to make money. All you have to do is watch the channel, right? I'm telling you which prongs to look for. I'm telling you what the pin should look like on the back. I'm telling you, I'm revealing all of it.
Ma'am.
Just watch me. That's all you got to do, baby. All right. So congratulations on that. $200 for your under $1, right? Investment.
Wow.
Wow. Wow is right. Yay. Question of the day. So a high five with me.
All right, you got it. I'm a Price is Right girl.
Yeah. When you know the prices, you can score. Congratulations. That's what I like to see you do. So
thank you.
My pleasure, hon. Good for you. Yeah, that's nice. That's what I like. If you have an opportunity to get a lot of those pieces, and if you have an opportunity, I want you to study the pieces. What does that mean? Well, you're looking online, right? So she's looking online at these pieces, and she's saying, I don't know if I want to invest $25 to get all these pieces. Am I really getting something good? I want you to start to recognize what gold will look like from a photograph or from a video, from imagery. So once you start to identify that, you can start to see how it will shine. And in a picture, a piece of course, plated gold plate and a piece of 10 karat gold will look pretty good, right? Versus gold tone metal. Gold tone metal, which is where they put a gold coloring over a base or an inexpensive metal, gold tone metal will not look as shiny. It will actually look dull. So look for, of course, the shinier metals, oftentimes when you're dealing with gold only. And I'll give you some more of these tips. Of course, a lot of them are on the other videos. Don't forget to share the channel. I need you to share the channel. Why? Because I'm trying to do one video a day for you, and I can't do it unless you share the channel. We've got to get more, of course, more sharing, more subscribers, more of you, of course, working as part of our community, and I appreciate that. And a lot of you are doing a lot of chatting, of course, on social media about the channel, and I appreciate that too. My guests are here. Let's see what we've got. Hi, how are you? Let's see what you've got. Hold up those objects.
All right.
Let's see what you've got. Let's see what you've got. All right. All right. Well, let's talk. We've been talking pearls. Let's talk more pearls. We'll get all the pearl information out. Hi, what's your name with the tremendous nails? Look at those. Look at that manicure.
Thank you.
What's your
Ina
name?
from Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. What's your first name?
Ina.
Ina, honey, tell me, how long in the chair for the nails?
About an hour.
About an hour. Yeah. You know, they're pretty though. Why did you pick blue?
Thank you. Because I've never had blue nails.
I can tell you a quick story. My niece was 3 or 4. We were in the nail salon, and I said, you choose any color you want Aunt Lori to wear. I don't care what color you choose. She comes out with blue, really blue. I was like, oh gosh, here we go. But I did it. I wore it. But they look good on you. That was way back. That was 25 years ago or so. So show me these pearls. How'd you acquire them?
So I got these, I think off of Facebook Marketplace. It's a Majorca set with the bracelet, necklace and earrings, silver plated.
You show us the object. You hold it up. I mean, so you've got a Majorca set, which basically is the pieces that are from Majorca, Spain, and it's called Majorca, actually, to pronounce it properly. So you've got a necklace that's how long? You've got a bracelet that's probably 7 inches, and then you've got earrings too?
Yeah, 16-inch double. No, I'm sorry, 18-inch single strand.
So a single strand, 18-inch Majorca pearl necklace. Now, Majorca pearls, of course, are the fish skeletons that are ground up and then they're remolded into this form. I've been to Majorca. I've been to the factory. I've seen them made. It's very, very interesting. And they're very nice. And they feel good when you wear them, actually. So, in fact, those are 18 inches. And how much did you pay for them on Facebook Marketplace?
I think $20 for the set.
Button earrings, $20 for the set. If you were in Majorca, value on those, you're going to probably pay $150 for the necklace, and then you're going to pay another, I would say, $100 for the bracelet, and then you're going to pay another $75. So that's $200. You're probably looking at $300, under $300 for those made in Spain. Awesome. Very nice. So for $20, you did terrific. Did you have to go pick them up, or did they ship them to you?
No, I met the lady locally.
Wow, that's a deal, man. That's a deal.
So.
Good for you. Good for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And the question of the day is, of course, Family Feud or The Price is Right?
Oh, Family Feud, hands down.
Family Feud, hands down. Like to see everybody feuding with the family. I think that's great. Are you a collector of jewelry?
Collector and seller, both.
So reseller too. So
Yes.
so when you resell those, do you have a specific site that you like to resell them on?
Usually anything over 75 I put on eBay.
Why?
I feel like it sells better and faster.
Because there's more people looking at it? More people on eBay?
That too, yeah. Like anything under 50, I think Facebook Marketplace is okay.
You just got those for 20. Why would you go back to Facebook Marketplace when you got those?
No, I wouldn't sell them. I mean, as far as like buying,
I'm talking about selling. You just switched it on everybody. I'm talking about selling. If you're going to buy them for $20 on Facebook Marketplace, I would not be trying to sell them on the same place. Okay.
No.
Okay, I don't want you to get into trouble there. All right. Nice to see you.
You too. Thank you.
Great. Congratulations. Yeah, a couple of different things when you're thinking about selling. And I like you all to know this information from other resellers if you're a reseller. So you can sort of say, well, her idea is $75 or over. eBay probably has more people there. The other thing I want you to remember is certain times you'll sell it better, right? Certain auctions will work better at certain times. I like a Sunday auction because there's more people online on Sundays, right? More people are doing that sort of idea of the frenzy that happens on Sundays because more people are on the internet and they're shopping on Sunday nights usually. The other thing I want you to see is all my guests who've got all these objects. Let's see what they've got. All right. Let's take a look at this little tiny bear. What kind of bear is that? It looks like it's lighting up. Oh, I got no audio. Check your audio. Please be on Wi-Fi so you can have a good, strong connection. And thanks very much for all your efforts to do all of that. But with selling tips, I just did another video about selling tips for you resellers. A lot of the tips that people don't know I've revealed in that particular video and a group of those videos, in fact. So don't forget that when you're trying to sell something, I want you to remember that when you sell it, how you sell it, and where you sell it, online or elsewhere, is going to be very important. So that's what we're looking at too. Okay, let's see what we've got. Let's look at the glass. Let's look at the glass piece, the blue glass piece.
Hi, Dr. Lori.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Remind everybody of your name and where you're calling from.
Tracy from Lansing, New York.
Now, I know, Tracy, we just did a video call recently, did we not?
Yes, we did.
Got through all kinds of stuff, right?
Oh, yeah. Lots of jewelry.
Tell me about this.
So this was my great-grandmother's. I have no idea how old it is. It's a rolling pin.
That's right. It's a rolling pin.
And it's blown glass.
Is there a hole in it on either end?
No, it's solid, but it's a little rougher on this end where I think the glass was blown. Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of things about these rolling pins. Sometimes they actually have a hole on one end so you can put hot water in it. So as you roll it, it's easier to make the dough go flat. I am not a baker, so you can't go by me. My mother was not a baker. My mother was, let's make the meal. That's how she was. But I did have an aunt who was a really good baker. My Aunt Irene was a good baker. But anyway, my cousin, actually, her daughter is just as good. But I digress. This particular piece is a typical rolling pin. They were very popular in the late 19th, early 20th century, particularly in places like New York, which has a great glass tradition. So I don't know if your grandmother was from that neck of the woods, but these particular pieces would have been, of course, made in large numbers. And the blue glass was relatively popular too. So blown glass probably dates 1880s to about 1920. You can still see them together. I'm glad that we're showing you some objects that you've never seen before. A lot of people are saying they've never seen things like that. Is it, in fact, 20 inches long? How long is it?
It's 21 and a half, I believe.
21 and a half. So that's pretty big and that's pretty typical. So that would have been for all of those needs, usually for larger types of rolling projects, right? So whether you're going to make a large pie, that kind of thing. Value on it, about $175. We typically see them. Yours is in good condition as well. So hopefully you're going to hang on to it because, of course, it's a family heirloom kind of thing.
Definitely.
Are you a baker?
No, God, no.
I know so many of us are like, we don't do that. You know, yeah, they had lots of skills that I certainly don't have.
I burn everything.
My question of the day, of course, Price is Right or Family Feud. And hey, before you answer that, the video call was easy to book, right? You just go to Dr. Lori.
So easy. And it was so fast. I booked it and 2 days later I had it. It was great.
There you go. So check it out. And you can, of course, choose whatever date you like in my schedule. The schedule's right there. You pick the date and time you like. Family Feud or The Price is Right.
Family Feud.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Family Feud with Richard Dawson used to kiss everybody. You remember this? He was kissing everybody, and he kissed them right on the mouth, too. I was always like, geez, Richard, you don't know any of these people. But then I guess, well, he was just an affectionate guy. Oh, gosh. So anyway, lots of fun, lots of fun. We've had some cool objects. You know, when you see something rare and unusual, put it in the comments. Do you buy it if you see something rare and unusual at the thrift store or the yard sale or the flea market? A lot of people like rare and unusual, that kind of thing. I want to see what this bear is. Did we get the audio fixed? What's your name?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's your name, hon?
Kim?
Hi, Kim. So what is this?
It says Daum, D-A-U-M, France on the bottom.
D-A-U-M. Okay. Does it say Nancy, N-A-N-C-Y?
I don't think so. It
You don't
says
think so? Okay.
France.
All right. Okay. So,
France. And then it's got like S Mariano or something.
Okay,
And it's
so it's
number
got a maker.
47. I'm sorry, number 47 out of 375.
Okay. So there's a limited print. There's a limited run of these, not a print run, but there's a limited production run of these. There's 375 of them. You have one of them, and yours was number what?
47.
Okay. So now it seems to be luminescent. Is that because there's a light coming to it?
It's not lit. It's just this heavy crystal stuff. So it's just, I guess, the light in the room.
It's the light in the room that's actually picking it up that way. Okay. Can you hold it still like that?
Yeah.
And we have to make sure that we keep everybody else out of your shot. There you go. So can you turn it to the back? Let's take a look. How many pounds does it weigh? More than 5?
It's over 2 pounds. It's about 2.5.
Okay. So it looks like it's 8 inches tall?
About 5.5.
Okay, right. So that's why it's 2 pounds, 5.5. That piece dates to the middle to late 20th century, probably dates closer to the late 20th century, 1975 to 2000, that neck of the woods, rather than another time. I like the quality of it. Can we see the front? Yeah, I like the quality of it for a couple of things. And can you back up a little bit so we can see the whole piece? There you go. What made you buy it? How did you acquire it?
I got it at a thrift store, and it was just thrown on the shelf with all the other stuff. And I looked at it and I thought, that looks heavy, and it looks like it might be valuable. It might be worth something. So I'm not a big teddy bear person, certainly not a breakable teddy bear person. So
okay. But it's crystal, it's French, it's very high quality. It's obviously made by us in a studio where they're doing limited production, right? So they're not going to make any more of those bears after the 375 that they made. Value on that bear about $400. What did you pay?
Awesome. $575, $545.
They're missing them at Goodwill. They're missing them at the thrift stores. They're missing them, the great stuff there. Yeah. And when you connected with it, when you saw it, what happened? Have you been looking at glass, or was it just like you saw the weight?
I saw how heavy it was, and I thought, I don't know if I like it. Again, I'm not a big teddy bear.
You don't
person,
like the figure of it.
Right. And so I walked by and I went and looked. I thought, if I see something else, I might get it. So I found some shoes for my daughter and I picked those up, and I thought, well, if I'm getting this, I might as well go back. Oh, and you know what I did? I took a picture of it and I did a Google Lens, and I saw that it was on some Australian website for 700 and something Australian dollars. And I thought, well, that's more than $545. So
no. For $545, you can't lose. The other thing I want you to be careful of is don't think that a list price is an appraisal, because notice it says 700, it's only worth 400, but 400 is excellent for $549. That's wonderful. Right. What I laughed at was when you said, if I'm going to the cash register anyway to pay for my daughter's shoes, then I might as well get this piece too. But you did very well. So you can buy your daughter some other shoes too with the money that you made on that object. Very good. So also remember, question of the day, Price is Right, Family Feud?
Price is Right.
Yeah, great. Nice to see you. Thanks for your help. A couple of things and one more tip before you go. Remember, when you are selling, of course, when you're selling these types of pieces and you're looking at these pieces, I want you to identify the quality of it, right? And don't assume, you find something on another website. These people are not experts, right? They don't always know the values. They might just be putting something up at a very high high price while they're doing their research to try to figure out what the piece is. So remember, you have to make sure that the person whose information you're believing is a credible source. So go to the credible source, right? Make sure an expert is actually giving you the information that you need. I'm Dr. Lori. This is Ask Dr. Lori Live. Thanks for being with me. Thanks to my guests. I'll see you next time.